Hello. Hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in here and say hello to me. Let me know. Let me know. I got you. I'm going to need you to light up this chat so I can tell you to go upstairs and turn on that air conditioner because, oh my gosh, is it hot in the DMV or what? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in to Ask Alma, Ask Alma, Ask Alma. That's right, because we're going to tell you how it is in a kind way. I always tell you that. We are not here to shame you in any kind of way. We're going to be real, real nice to you. Yes, we are. We, did y'all hear me? We, as in my panel. Mary Lou, how you doing, girl? I know you told me to fluff. Okay, I didn't have time to fluff.
Fluff.
Hair is flat. I did do, lipstick. Hey, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. So, come on in, panel. Come on in and join me so I can introduce y'all to the people. Hey!
Hey, what's happening?
It's hot in the DMV.
It is so hot.
Writers are hot. That's right.
This is my fan. Because I think it's gonna get hotter before this is all over.
Oh my.
It is. Gail, cuz, what's going on, girl? Gail is doing the family newsletter. Okay, y'all say a prayer for her. That's a lot of work with this family right here, okay? You know what? I'm glad I got y'all because I got something to ask y'all. I've been waiting all day because I ain't mentioning no names. Let me just say that up front. First of all, wait. Let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm excited to ask this question. So let me start over. Let me back up. Hold on. Okay. Disclaimer. I ain't got no PhD in psychology. This is a fun advice show where we offer common sense to you on how to handle your situation. You got a situation that you need to go talk to somebody, we suggest you do that. We also suggest you start with HR because you might get some free sessions. Okay. Anyway, number 2. What's number 2? Email your questions to alwayaskalma@gmail.com. I need y'all to email the question. You started. Don't worry about it. We're going to work with it and I'll help you. Okay. All righty. Now, disclaimer, Ask Alma email. Check out Black Press USA and nnPA for news and everything that's happening around the world. Right, y'all? Now we got to get everybody to get in there and listen to it. Okay. There you go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think that was it. I didn't write it down. Anyway, so I got to ask y'all a question. And again, I ain't mentioning no names. Hi, Valerie. I ain't mentioning no names, but I need y'all to let me know. Hi, Gail Dorsey.
Hey, real quick, somebody's alarm is on.
It's mine.
Oh.
I don't know where it is. I think my husband left his phone down here to remind him to turn on the show. And so it's down here somewhere, and I don't know where, but I might be able to go find it when the question is being read.
Okay. All right.
Cool. I held up mine, Lee. I was like,
I thought I was hearing something. I was like,
yeah, no, it is here. Where? I don't know. Y'all know we just moved in. Could be in a box. I don't know.
There you go.
So we'll see. But condolences to Diane Harris and her family. Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
Diane
we expressed
dad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She lost her dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, indeed. And I want her to know that she is always in my prayers, but especially right now. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Because this
there she is. She is.
She popped right in.
Little Dee.
That's my girl. Okay, Diane, I want you to comment on this too. I gotta ask y'all a question. And again, I ain't mentioning no names, but what if somebody forgot their 25th wedding anniversary. But maybe they were busy like moving and like unpacking boxes or something, and like working full time, and then they had another part-time job, and maybe they were babysitting their granddaughter or something, and then the time just got away with them, like, you know, because it's after COVID and everything. I'm just saying. I don't know for sure. I
think that there are some couples who celebrate each other every day. So that one day is, you know, it's a day of, you're going to celebrate anyway.
Oh, what a crock.
Technically, yeah.
I think that you get one pass in 25 years. That's a quarter century. And I think if you've forgotten, put it like this. If the person who forgot is the woman, we know how overworked and exhausted. We're going to give her a pass. Brother man doesn't get a pass.
I think everyone gets a pass.
Whatever.
Lee Ivory, what you got to say about that?
Hey, look, things happen. People get busy, you know.
They
but
do.
you know, it's the thought that
that's it.
You know, you recognize that. Oh, I messed up. So you know, you like you do your backup thing, and and then you make it happen. You know.
Exactly.
Alma, I have a question. You said that the person had moved.
The person had moved.
Okay, so did the person perhaps move into a big, beautiful new house?
I think they did.
Okay, so I think that there's room for celebration next week.
I think so too.
Right.
I mean, usually, I think, but I'm not sure because I'm not mentioning any names.
Right.
But I think usually they go away and they do a whole big to do. But you know, after COVID, all this stuff is going on, and then with the big move and everything, and family had come over to help unpack, and like the days just got away from them. And I just think one of them said this morning, I think it was. And the other one said, oh, I didn't forget. And the other one was like, well, how you not forget? You ain't say nothing.
now, if the one that forgot doesn't redeem themselves by next week now.
Right.
The new theme song of Ass Alma gonna be Hit the Road Jack.
That's right.
Valerie says her ex-husband forgot her anniversary before.
Oh, she said her ex.
Barbara Wood Henderson. Hey, how are you, Miss Barbara? That's Jackie's mama. Miss Barbara, I ain't trying to get in your business, but I've been looking for you the past 2 weeks. I'm just saying. I'm so glad you're back, but I was wondering how you doing.
Robin wants to know how you know what these folks said this morning.
Because she
was just...
I think that's called exposure.
Yes.
You know what was funny? I said to my husband, who watches way too much news, I said, I think you forgot. He said, I didn't forget. I just didn't remember. But I didn't forget. I was like, you know what? We ain't doing that.
Okay.
Hey, Pat Walkup, how you
Gil
doing?
said, not my phone. That's your phone.
Oh, it's not your phone?
No, he said it's your phone.
I don't know.
Is it still going off?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear it.
I can't hear it either. Liam Startled, you can hear it.
I got a rabbit ear.
I can hear it too, Lee. I don't know where it is. I don't know whose phone it is. But I guess
Gail says that she couldn't forget her anniversary because it's September 3rd.
Oh, that's my birthday. Yes. And the other thing too, I think said couple who forgot the anniversary day, they went to the Justice of the Peace, but I think they went to one of them's father's backyard and got married on a particular day. And then they had the big white gown reception.
So sometimes they confuse the days, perhaps. They confuse which day is... No. I'm trying.
Well, I don't think it happens. I know for a fact that it happens.
Right.
My parents have been at it for 60 years, and every now and then they're like a day lag, or one of them is telling the other one, you know, today is our anniversary. They're like, oh, it is?
Oh,
Yeah, so,
yes.
you
See,
know,
that's
hey,
when I think your love
that's
is strong
comfort.
and
That's
solid.
comfort.
It is long. It is like solid, and you can be like, I think today might be our anniversary. I don't know. Let me check my calendar.
I said that.
And look, indeed. And then we had to do the calculation thing. I said, how many years has it been? He goes, wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Good. That's comfort.
Right. Bessie just joined us.
Hey,
Hi, Bessie.
Lillian.
Lillian, what's happening?
How are you? Bessie just had a birthday.
Oh,
Happy
wow.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
They did the birthday drive-by on Thursday. I'm sorry. I couldn't make it. Is my husband commenting?
Yes.
Wait.
So real quick,
Okay. Yes, I do.
speaking of September 3rd, a little aside here. Do y'all know SUNY College?
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
SUNY probably was gone by the time y'all got to USA
crazy.
Today. And one of my good brothers and stuff. So Petrella!
Hey!
Her new album is out.
And Bob.
Her new album is out. Get it.
Yay, that's right. Put the info in there, Petrella, so they'll know how to get your album.
That's right. But for 35 years, on every September 3rd, no matter where we are, SUNY College and I call each other and we sing, "It was the 3rd of September."
I'll always remember.
Probably
Yes,
almost 40 years, I guess, now. You know, I mean,
that
he called me
day.
from Cairo. I've called him from Cuba. You know, so
Lee, I changed those words because that was the day that Alma Martin was born.
All right.
I sure did. I do remember his name, though, Lee. I do remember his name.
Yeah, so it was a good run. Waiting for a bus in Santa Maria, California. Oh, okay.
Wow, that's
kicking us out. That's nice.
Yeah. Her new album is kicking, too.
It really is. It really is.
Okay.
My cousin Tracy and my best friend, one of my many best friends from high school, Tina. How are you guys doing? I'm so glad y'all with us. I'm trying to suck in a cough. This bell, this alarm is giving me a headache. I
know. Norman getting ready to give all of us a headache. Norman saying, y'all need to get on with the show.
Yeah, okay, no, we're gonna get on. Thank y'all for that. I really need to get that off my chest. And I want my husband to know I love him dearly. You know I do. We're gonna do something. Don't worry about it. Take care of it. Okay. Oh. Okay. So y'all, we're gonna listen to question number 1, and I'm gonna look for the phone.
Okay.
So, Norman, let's hit it.
Carol Gary, and I'm the VVR for this evening's Ask Alma. Question number 1. Dear Alma, I'm excited I'll be marrying the love of my life in December. We have planned a beautiful Christmas holiday wedding celebration. His family has money, and his mom has laid out the red carpet for me to have the wedding of my dreams. My future in-laws are amazing, and they've welcomed me from day one. Here's the only situation I have. They're buying us a house as a wedding gift under one condition. The house will only be in their son's name, not mine. I don't understand this requirement. When I mentioned it to my husband-to-be, he says it's just business. Don't take it personally. I'm not comfortable about it. What do you think?
We can't hear you, Alma.
Not yet, Alma. Hit us again.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
There we are.
I found it. It was my grandbaby's tablet. So it was a message to her to go do something. But anyway, okay. Thank you, Carol, for being one of our VVRs tonight. We really appreciate it. She is, I think, in Florida.
Miss Carol. Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a while. I see her on Facebook, but
Yeah, we miss seeing
Thank
you
you,
and
Carol.
really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Frank, for watching. Stick with us, Frank, and comment on the questions as they come up. So to recap, basically this family is kind, has money, and has accepted this woman into the fold. They are going to buy them a very large, very beautiful home as a wedding gift. But her name will not be on the deed. It will be in the son's name only. But they are giving her the wedding of her dreams.
That's crazy.
So she had some concerns about it. The husband to be said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's just business." And she is asking the Ask Alma panel, what y'all think about that? So, Lori Grant, let's go to you.
The husband to be was very honest with her. It's business.
Yeah.
And if they should split up, etc., the people who paid for that house, it will remain within that family. Yeah. If there is a decision to sell that house, it will come from the people who bought the house. And so it is intentional. It is saying you won't have to worry about housing costs once you are married. I'm taking something off the table. So the gesture is I'm helping you, right? But when you drill down on the gesture, the husband to be is being as forthright with her as he can be. I hope she can hear him. Yeah. It's business. So that tells her how this family operates, everything from paying for the wedding and so on. It's the old adage, I pay the cost to be the boss.
Right. I'm paying the cost.
She has to hear that and be good with everything, because that's how they roll.
I think so too, Lori. Lee, what you think?
I got a saying for that too. No romance without finance. So I agree with Lillian. They don't trust her. They don't think, and deep down, they are not quite sure that she's good enough for this boy. And so this is why they're hedging. They're hedging their bets. There ain't no way in the world that you're supposed to get married and, be a couple and only one of you has your name on the deed. That's ridiculous. And
that could happen even if no one bought you your house. You could be a couple and only have one name on the deed.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying if somebody's credit is so jacked up, it shouldn't be on the deed. But I'm saying if you're going to go into and buy houses together in, wedding matrimonial.
But that's the point. They're not buying this house.
They're not buying.
No.
They're not buying this house.
You're missing my point. Let me make my point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. They are a couple. They're getting married. Okay. The family's trying to buy her participation until they're comfortable, perhaps, with who she is and all that kind of thing. That's crazy. This ain't business. This is romance. This is a marriage. They're trying to be together as a couple, not as a corporation. So if
they are, family is not
me.
They are.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
If I meet you and you already own the house, and we get married, should you put me on the deed of the house?
Yeah.
Is that what you're okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. That's what happens when you get married.
The 2-1, but Lee, this is not the family. I'm sorry, this is not the couple. This is the husband buying in to what this family wants to do.
But he can say no. Mama, Daddy, I don't want to do it that way.
That is correct.
Maybe
because the real caution, the real caution is they want to pay for the wedding of her dreams. Well, so it's starting long before they get to the house, right? That's grooming somebody. That's how you groom someone, right? Right. So the thing to do is pay for your own wedding. Right. And however we have it, whatever scale her dad and mom can afford it, that's how we gonna roll. And we're in love, we got romance, it'll be fine. And then we can go live in our own little hovel.
Exactly.
And then we can buy us the house that us want.
Right. Quite possibly his name might not really be on the house. They may be buying the house for their own use and just letting them rent it.
That is correct. That is a real estate write-off.
If they're doing it, you could imagine them being in that house 5 years later, and she's wanting to do something like, change a room or knock down a wall or just have an argument,
Right.
And it's like, mama come in and like, well, this ain't your house, no way.
Well, will they have keys? Like, are they just going to let themselves in?
Right. So it just opens up Pandora's box, with a new couple that just, it's ridiculous,
It's something, because like everybody's saying, it's the beginning. I think Karen said just starting off wrong. It is absolutely one of the very first steps that you're taking.
Yeah.
And you are taking that step separately.
Yeah.
So, and Robin says, but the groom already said, don't worry about it. It's business. I don't trust when people tell me don't worry about it.
I don't trust it when they say it's business.
It's business, right? Matrimony is matrimony. Business is business.
Thank you.
And so it's the wrong start. It's the wrong start.
Somebody had asked, like, what if it doesn't work? Would she have to move? That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
If her name ain't on the deed, she would have to move.
She would. But the larger issue, someone else said here, Alma, is what if he should predecease her?
Right.
So it's not that they fell out and mama sided with her son and you got to go. But what if something legitimately happens?
Right.
He got sick. He had an accident, and he predeceases her.
It's written in. It's written in. If it's his house, it
in his name. That's right.
Reverts back to the family. It's not to her.
Right.
But as her spouse, wouldn't she be in line to get it? Since she's the spouse?
Not in her name. It's not in her name.
No. Not if it's. Consider this a prenup. Okay. This is written up. This is drawn up like a prenup. And so if he goes, she goes. And they keep the prenup. So.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Oh no,
I thought she would be entitled to it if at least if it was in his will or something, that she would be entitled to the house.
But I don't think that it's his. It's not
his house.
To her.
Right, that's true.
The family's buying it.
Yeah.
Right.
Parents buying it.
Okay.
So it's bad.
So their name is potentially on the house as well. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole thing is just ridiculous,
Yeah.
It ought to be a deal breaker for her.
Exactly.
A deal breaker or a really big conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know that it would be a deal breaker. It would just say no. Just say no. We will pay for our own wedding and we will buy our own place.
If she says no and he says, well, that's the only way we'll get married.
Well, then he don't love her.
I ain't talking about all that. I don't think he loved her to begin with. But I'm saying it's a deal breaker if he says, well, no, I'm not going to budge. This is how this is going to be. And so what do you say as the would-be bride? Do you go along with it, or is it a deal breaker for you?
Right.
Or
get in and have grandkids immediately because grandma won't put her grandkids out.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She may let them
I have a story. So
she might let them stay and you
and your kids can get out.
Yeah. Crazy. You hear me? Crazy.
Well, Robin says that's romantic, but matrimony is business. You better understand that before you get married. If he got debt, you got debt, and vice versa. Not all cultures see it as romantic.
Well, we ain't talking about that. We talking about buying a house and not putting her name on it. That's what we talking about.
And he's not buying the house. Mama's buying the house.
Right.
So once you shell out the money, you calling the shots.
Right.
So
that would be my issue.
The
potential control. Does that mean you have keys? Does that mean you can come and go as you please?
Correct.
What does that mean if you have purchased the home?
Does it mean the barbecue is automatically in my
house?
Right.
And you better not paint that wall gray.
Right.
Oh, look, when I come, I can stay past the 3-day rule.
Right. Yeah.
That's the bigger concern for me than whose name is on the house. That coming in and out and, as you please, be treating it like your own home.
Right.
More of an issue for me.
Telling me what color
you wake up and your father-in-law sitting at the kitchen table having breakfast. You're like, what are you doing?
I would be mad every day. I'd be mad. If I'm her, I would be mad every day. Every day I get up, because you couldn't be proud of the house because
You
it's not
can't.
yours.
Right.
It's not yours. You anything that you do to it and be proud of just for a minute, you look at them curtains you just put up and you like, this ain't my house though.
But she wouldn't be the first person or the first spouse that lived in a house that didn't belong to them.
Well,
Yeah.
but see,
But she'd be the first one that the parents bought it and said, "Yo,
You can't be."
No.
Yeah, and there's a pride in working for something and towards something and saying we did this, we did this, and so it's a nice gesture. It's a nice way to say, depending on how young they are, Alma, it's a nice way to say this is a good start for you all. You won't have housing costs over your head, blah 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 blah. But if these aren't spring chickens, then they already know how to heave for what they want. So so be it.
And they better go on and buy their own little crib.
Yeah, go get your little hovel, sit down.
Right.
How nice is the house? That sounds like expensive house. I might be able to live in it for a year,
Can I just walk through it first?
Yeah, is there a pool in the back? Like, what are we talking about?
It just depends on what you can put up with.
How many shoe racks can I have if I'm not paying the mortgage? I might be able to live there for a minute.
I was thinking, can I just see my closet?
Yes.
Then we can have a conversation.
Well, they sound like the kind of people that be trying to tell you how to dress.
Yeah, they do.
What who you can sit near at the dinner and all that kind of foolishness.
Yeah.
I think it could happen, within families for whatever reasons. But if they are the people who are picking out everything, she should use her wedding as almost a barometer to see when she says she likes this or like that. Is the mother saying, okay, great, then we'll go with purple and yellow? Or is she saying, you don't want to put those two colors together, that sort of thing. But
it really comes down to the control. There have been people who have had their weddings paid for and they had exactly what they wanted. And some who wanted to completely dictate every, second of the day. And it really depends on how they are approaching that.
Yeah. Like Leah, everybody knows that, my sister passed away and her oldest daughter, Leah, when she got married, Leah put on this dress and it was beautiful. Like everybody in David's bridal, I just stopped and stared at her for a minute. And her godmother was there. And it really was like this beautiful moment. And her godmother said, oh, Leah, your mom would say, you look so beautiful, Leah, in that wedding dress. And it was really quiet for a minute. And I said, no, my sister would have said, we ain't paying that. You better go find something on the sales rack because we ain't paying for that right there. Everybody just busted out laughing. But it is true. Like, it depends on, when it is your wedding, I think you should use your budget and be very careful with who is putting money in. When it's your house, you have to be very, very careful about what you accept from other people. Because a lot of control comes along with those pennies. And
nothing is free.
With it. No, it is not free. And you can decorate that bad boy and 3 years later be like, you know what? I can't do this.
I'm out. You couldn't be happy. You couldn't be happy.
Yep. So I think, panel, you guys let me know. I think we are giving her the advice of, no, baby girl, do your own thing with your own coins and talk to your fiance about it. And you guys do what you can do together.
Correct.
But,
the parents can give them the down payment since they have money.
No,
I wouldn't mess with them.
A gift. I mean, a gift. Any kind of gift, and let them do the rest.
I wouldn't mess with them because they gonna hold it.
Do you know whether her parents are in the picture? Do you know whether her parents are in the picture?
No, I did see a picture of the house, but I don't know if her parents are in the picture.
Okay.
So are we living in it for a year, Alma?
But the house is gorgeous, girl.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Right. Okay.
Might be 2.
Oh,
maybe 3, depending on how many grandchildren we got. But yeah, it is a gorgeous house.
Okay.
So it depends on what you can take.
Right.
Like,
there
is control that will come with that set of keys.
Yeah.
Or that code you push in, in at the door. Just know that.
So then, Alma, last ad. If she does go for it, save every coin that is her own. Right. So if we do have to roll,
We can.
We can go get us our own little villa.
Right? Everybody's mama tells them, I think, couldn't have just been my mama. God bless you, girl, but you need your own bank account, okay? You need to put
2 men in a truck, a nice little condo.
You got to make sure you put some coins to the side just in case.
Yeah.
So
yes, you heard the joke about the guy that won the lottery, came home and told his wife, said, "Baby, I won the lottery. Pack your bags." She said, "Where are we going?" He said, "I don't know where you going, but I'm getting the hell out of here."
Don't encourage him, y'all.
We don't. Does he need encouragement? Come on now, Lori.
That was funny, Lee. I thought it was funny.
Hi, Dana. Dana's joined us from Florida.
Hi, Dana. Hello. Glad you joined us. It was another one too, Lee, where the husband won the lottery and the wife left a note on the pillow when he woke up. She was excited they won. Bye. And she had the ticket. On her way. Yes.
Right.
That's funny. Good question. We appreciate it. Thank you for emailing in to Ask Alma at alwayaskalma@gmail.com. Okay, Norman, what's going on with question number 2?
Dear Alma, I'm a part of a music group. We have been out since COVID, but got the word to return next month. I'm excited to have the job that I love and looking forward to getting back to work. I'm pretty close to the director. He and I have been friends for a few years and have a great relationship. Yesterday, he casually mentioned getting rid of our lead singer and replacing her with a much fresher, prettier, and banging, in his words, not mine, young woman. I'm not sure if he's infatuated or what, but I totally disagree. I'm wondering if I should tell her what he said or stay out of it. I hate for her to be blindsided after all we've been through. We've been together for 4 years and should have more of a commitment to each other, I think. What do you think?
Thanks, Lamont. Thank you, Lamont, out in California. Thank you for reading that Ask Alma question for us. I appreciate it. So, recap. This is a band. The director is getting ready to get rid of the lead singer, mentioned it to another band member. And this woman is basically planning to get back out on the road with them and doesn't know that she's getting ready to be replaced. So does the band member friend tell her or keep it to himself? Now, this could be anybody in a work situation.
Right.
We know that. Yes. Right. And so if you think this is you, it's not you. We changed some things around.
I think Bessie is pretty much saying what I would say. I would tell the director, you need to tell her. You tell her, I'm going to tell. But he's grimy. I mean, why you secretly get rid of someone that's been, faithful and showing up? That's just grimy. No. Yeah. I would say to him, you need to tell her now so she's not planning to do this, planning to travel. And if you don't, I'm going to tell her.
And the other concern was that it's been COVID. So many of them are waiting for this opportunity where they are coming back into a space where they can start getting paid again. And that's what seems to be the double jacked upness about this. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
So Pamela says she needs to know.
Tina Absolutely.
Yeah, but who tells? You tell and you're still there. He's still your director. Like how it's easy for us to say that. I would tell. Would you really?
But see, go ahead, Lori. I'll come in after you.
I don't know that I would tell her, but I would work on the conscience of the band director to say, she has been devoted. We've already not been working in COVID, which means that our funds are down. Right. We're just getting restarted. Everybody's trying to rebuild the bank. And if you're going to get rid of her, but the offense is this, for the younger, hotter, banging her, ain't said a word about whether she can sing.
Right, exactly.
Ain't said a word about whether she can. That ain't. You might crash the whole band because all she is eye candy. Right. And so I would start at least with the band director to let him know that's foul. And
Right.
you should not do that. And if you are resigned to do it, you not only need to tell her, but you need to give her a few coins, because you're in essence putting her out of work after COVID.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Go ahead, Lee. No. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that really ain't the way bands work. And unless this guy is the one who, like, sponsored them, put them together, hired everybody, all that kind of stuff, that's one thing. But bands generally work as a democracy. And so what he needs to do is go and tell the other band members.
Oh, yeah.
So tell everyone. Okay.
What the director is trying to do, and let them take a vote on it.
Right.
That's generally how that works. Everybody takes a vote on it, including the current lead singer, and not let him be a dictator. That's not his place.
Right.
I mean, it's their band.
Right.
Their band. So, I mean, that's what they ought to do.
So he should tell everyone.
Everybody.
Call a meeting, get everyone together, and say, this is what we're dealing with.
Exactly, and then let everybody vote. And
do y'all know this new lead singer?
Who is
on her front now band?
Right.
That impacts them all.
But what happens to confidentiality between co-workers? Because they're still, all of them are still part of a business.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, that has to be a casualty of that, because he's dirty, he's shady.
Right.
So if you bust him out for being shady, it's the lead singer now, it could be the bass player next week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's get above board. Everybody know what the deal is, and you make your case about why you want to do this, and we'll see if we agree. Simple as that.
I think I'm frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I think any one of us would want to know if we were her.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Pat says somebody needs to say it. Director wants to form a duet with new singer.
What you say?
If you know what I mean.
I'm agreeing with Pat. The younger, hotter banger, whatever all of that was sort of a telltale.
Oh my goodness! They'll duet, huh?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You want to make some sweet music?
Yeah. Because that's
I think someone agree with you. Pamela says if they cut her, who is next on the chopping block?
Exactly. Yeah. Bust him out. There you go.
Hey, I heard you guys. I could hear you, but I just couldn't.
Gail says, no, it's not up to the whole band to vote. It is the responsibility of the music director. Allowing the whole band to vote can bring confusion and hard feelings.
That's true.
He's just the music director. He's not the manager. He's not the owner. He's just the music director.
But what if a couple of people want her to leave too?
Okay, let everybody talk about it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let everybody talk about it, so it's not shady,
See, I think he's shady.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
And sometimes I think shady people will sprinkle something because they know you're going to run back and say something. Like it opens the door for them to take a
But he's not telling him in confidence. He's telling him knowing that he's hoping that he goes back and does the dirty work for him.
I just think that this dude, he intends to do what he said he was going to do.
Right. And I would let him do it. I am always very skeptical of somebody who comes back to tell me something shady that's getting ready to happen. Like, why are you telling me? Yeah. And if you think I'm going to go tell somebody to sort of lessen the blow when you get ready to go do what you want to do, then you pick the wrong person.
You do your own dirty work.
Do your own dirty work. Exactly. Do your own dirty work. I wouldn't tell anybody anything. I'd act like I don't know.
So what happens when this new banging girl shows up to sing? Then that's when we have the conversation. Like, who is this girl?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would decimate the band. You'd blow the band up. Just, you got
see, at that point, at that point, paychecks, this is payroll now.
Right.
This is payroll. This is the opposite of the wedding thing. This is legitimate money right here now.
Right.
And
the other thing, Lori, I'm thinking, since they already have a band, people have hired that band. They didn't hire that new girl They hired the people who were
They could get rid of the director.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. You messing with everybody's money because the reason he's telling the dude is he wants the dude, to say, "Oh, okay, that's cool with me,"
Right.
No,
he's looking for allies.
Yeah, he's looking for an ally, but that's not how that works, man. When you got other people in a group or an organization or whatever, man, you got to be above board and let everybody know what's going on.
That's right. That's
right.
I like what
Mary Lou and Pat are in agreement. This is the band director's new lover. Pat said that they were trying to be a duet.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Right.
So we all agree. We all agree that this guy is shady.
Yes.
Similar to what happened to what was that? Atlantic Star? Secret Lover.
All right.
Was that Atlantic Star?
Yeah, but somebody else said, remember what happened to the Supreme.
Yeah, that's what Valerie said. This is kind of what happened to them. Yeah.
It is? So what it was, so it was Diana and what happened with the Supreme? It was when the Cindy Bird song, was that her name?
She was seeing the owner of the record company. That kind of puts you in the front.
Right. Yeah, well, yeah. So, all right, there are evidently a lot of examples of that. And so our advice
I think Gail said clarify what his role is and why he doesn't really get to say that anyway. Florence. He is not in a position to make those decisions.
Very Gordy. Right. Yeah. That's right. Miss Barbara said Florence Ballard. That's right. They took her out and then replaced her. But anyway, we recommend that you don't say nothing. Mind your own business.
No. No. Yeah. Let him tell it.
Lee is saying, Lee, what are you saying? What's your advice?
I say that he needs to go and tell everybody in the band what to do, and then they take a vote on it.
Okay, Lori, what's yours?
I'm agreeing with you that don't do his dirty work.
Don't do his dirty work. And D, what's your advice?
Well, I don't think he should tell, but I would harass the director, tell him he needs to do it himself. He doesn't need to bring this new girl into the studio or the stage or wherever the garage or wherever they're rehearsing and say, "Oh, hey, here's your new singer." He needs to talk to the other person and tell himself what his plan is.
Right.
He needs to tell the band, not just her, the band. This impacts the band, not just her.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's true. That was a good question. That was a very good question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Okay, guys, let's check out question number 3. Hit it, Norman.
Hi, I'm Pat, and I'm a voluntold video reader. So I'll do anything for Alma, and you should too. Here's today's letter. Dear Alma, my daughter is 15 and out of control. She stays out all night and hangs out with friends, all over 21. She cusses me out and tells me she can do whatever she wants because I wasn't a good mother. I did drugs when she was young, but I'm doing right now and working hard to keep a roof over our head. We do live in one of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore. And I know she has to look and act a certain way. But I keep reminding her it won't always be like this. How can I help her to stay on track, stay in school, and keep her grades up? I want her to one day go to college and not live the life I lived. What advice do you have for me?
First of all, Pat Walkup. Y'all hear me talk about Pat Walkup all the time. Yay! That's our friend Pat Walkup.
She said she was voluntold.
Voluntold. Pat has been a wonderful friend. She has been a true Ask Alma fan from way back when. And I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Pat. And Pat, you're getting a lot of hellos in the comments.
Yes. Beyond Robin.
That is great.
Yeah, I'm with Karen already. Oh, no.
This letter has so much going on.
It's so sad though. It is so sad to me.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say that up front. It is very, very sad. And I do want to say this, and I hope it comes out in a way that
you're doing a lot of preamble.
because I don't want to come out. Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
We know your heart. Preach, girl.
My heart
we know your heart.
Right. I do think for all of us who are on the panel answering this question, I'm just gonna say it up front. I don't think it's the same hood that we knew.
That's true. That's true.
Because having, emailing this woman back and forth, like, I don't know a hood that you can't hang your clothes on the clothesline.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
know of hoods where you can't.
It's different. It's different now.
But
I think we may have thought we knew what the hood was, but we weren't in the hood when we thought we were in the hood.
Yeah.
There were hoods when we were young where you could not hang your clothes out. They existed. We just weren't exposed to that.
Well,
I shouldn't say we. I wasn't exposed to that.
Yeah. I mean, this, like you said, this is a larger conversation about the decay, the decline of neighborhoods as we knew them, because there was always some, a degree of cohesiveness and camaraderie and love where we grew up. Even the worst cats, there was some things they wouldn't do.
Right.
Like mess with old people, or try or hurt children, or steal from Big Mama. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Some things they wouldn't do, and now with all the babies making babies, a lot of
babies have always made babies.
Babies.
Yeah, but like you said, it's different more. It's different.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different.
But there's a lot more than the neighborhood going on here, right?
Yes.
There is a total breakdown. You've got an angry child and a guilty mama. That's volatile right there.
Yeah, that's real.
Because she lets the child. You're 15. You don't set no rules at 15.
Right.
Okay. But so in the compensation for being drug addicted, there is the freedom because I wasn't always there. And so I got an angry child that you weren't there. And now you have acquiesced in essence, or acquiesced some because you've been so apt.
Wait, Lori. Hold on, Lori. Wait a minute, Lee. Lori. What does acquiesce mean?
Oh.
Give it in.
Hey, we got a broad audience, girl. Okay, I'm just asking for the fellas in the back. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. So Mama has decided to go way lenient in order to make up for some flaws
being absent
in the past, right?
Yes.
When you finish with all of that, we still have one adult and one child.
Mm-hmm.
And this child is going to continue to circle the drain until Mama reaches in and says, this is how this is going to go. Right.
Mm-hmm. See,
and they have to work at it. They may have to do a counselor with it or a pastor with it, or there is this is a sad situation because this is a relationship that is fully broken down, splintered. Yeah.
See, I didn't hear her saying that. I heard her asking for help.
Yes.
That's why she's writing.
She is asking for help.
She's asking for help.
But I'm saying she's not allowed that. She's not being permissive and letting her go hang with her friends. She doesn't like that.
Lee, at 15, could you go? Listen,
no, that's the whole point.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Let me finish.
At 15,
you talking
did your mama? What's this permissive nonsense? At 15, when your mama said go in the room, boys sit down. What choice did you have?
But we can't.
That's why she's writing. She's saying this girl is out of control. I don't want her at 15 out hanging with 21-year-olds.
So then who's going to reel it back in? We're saying the same thing to me.
That's why she's writing, because she wants help. But you putting it all on the mother, saying she's letting her do it. She's not letting her do that.
No.
She said, I need advice on how.
It's not going. No. I'm not putting it all on the mother. I just said the mother.
You said she acquiesced. She did not.
Hang tight. But to a degree, she is. The mama's still the adult.
No,
the child is still the child.
She's saying she's out of control, Lori.
She can reel. How do you know how many out of control children can be
We
reeled
ain't talking
in?
about many. We talking about this one.
She can be reeled in. She can be
this
reeled
one.
in. Mama's got to stop feeling guilty.
Yeah,
And
she's trying. She's saying, "Help me. Give me some advice."
again,
about how to do
because I don't want it to seem as if I'm sounding unfeeling, right? I'm not.
No.
I'm all right.
No, I
I'm
think you're just
empathizing. I'm
misunderstanding what she's
empathizing with
saying.
this situation, but realistic in the situation is still there is one adult and one child. Now, if they got to go to the
But I
if
think
they got to sit down, Lee,
Yeah.
this is a situation where Mama says, "Come on, sit down. We're having a family meeting."
Okay, we okay with that. But I'm just saying you're misunderstanding
And
what
this has
she's
got
saying.
to stop.
Well, you know, clearly
Well,
you
can't
you
just
both
leave
are
it.
hearing
You
it
just leave it. It ain't gonna
from
come
two
back to
different.
control.
You're hearing it from
No.
two different perspectives, and I think you're getting to the same end. But you know, yes, she is asking for help.
Right.
But part of it is that the help is needed because her 15-year-old hangs out all night, comes home, lays up until she doesn't want to lay up anymore, and then leaves again.
But
And
not
runs the
because
streets.
she's letting her do it or giving her permission to. She's out of control.
She's not giving her permission. She is letting her do it.
No, she's
I
not.
don't understand how you can hear that.
She's short. She short of beating her with an axe handle. Yeah, she's letting her do it. But she's saying, help me, because she's not listening to me because I was a drug addict. Okay. That's what she's saying. She doesn't respect me.
Again, that's an angry child with a guilty mama. And that has to end.
Yeah, but she's not a permissive mama. She's like,
I'm not saying that she is. You are somehow hearing me say something I'm not saying.
That was your whole argument.
That's not my whole argument. My whole argument is one person is still an adult, one person is still a child. And if you don't effort something, it's not going to just voila. One day it's going to be better.
You're arguing, you're conflating the issues here, dear. You're conflating the issue.
So tell me, I'm going to start with D, and we're going to go around. What is something that we can tell the mother to help her in this situation?
Well, I think she should reach out and find either a relative, a teacher, some other adult that can support her in getting assistance. And because we know it's a big city, there are places for that. And you know, there are some really harsh, tough love places that you don't necessarily want to send your daughter. You know, you got Job Corps, you got, you know, in Florida they have, you can have your kid Baker acted, and they will put them in a facility to help them get back on the right track. So there are things that she can do, but I think what I'm hearing Lori say is that the mom hasn't attempted any of those things because she's still struggling with the guilt of not being present. So, okay, I don't want my daughter doing this, but she has such a hard life that, you know, I really can't stop her, or she saw me do things, so that's why she's doing these things. That has to be resolved.
That's acquiescence.
And then she has to reach out to some other adults and to help her get this. You know, my mom would say, you know, oh, you want to run the street? Okay, well, that's where you need to be. You don't get to stroll in here at midnight after you've been with whoever. You hanging out with 21-year-olds, they might have a roof. That's where you need to stay.
You gonna run jack.
And I'm sure that isn't knowing what the streets did to her and for her, she doesn't want that for her daughter. Correct. But I think she really does need to seek out some professional help.
Yeah, correct. She does. And see,
can I go next?
Oh, well, go ahead.
So I'm co-signing everything Dee said. And then the thing that it really is missing is the communication between these two. They got to settle down, the both of them. She may have to apologize to this young child and say, you know what, I failed you. It wasn't intentional. It was the substance. They've got to, because what really in those situations, you got a mother, you got a child who really wants the attention of the mother. Mm-hmm. And so everything Dee said, plus they've got to settle down, and even if it's with somebody else, a line of communication must form so that she can get a handle on this again.
Yeah.
They need an intervention for the two of them. Mm-hmm. And whether that is through the family, whether that is through free professional counseling or something, because right now she ain't hearing her, and the other one ain't hearing her. And it's one of these things where, like we said at the top of this thing, these are not the neighborhoods we grew up in, you know, and so no longer can we say to these kids, well, you know, if you're gonna act up like that, you just don't come home, because nowadays
that could be deadly.
That could be deadly. You know, it could have been back then. We could have went to a cousin's house or something like that, but you can't do that now. You can't throw kids away anymore. And so they have to figure out a way to get some counseling and deal with these life issues. You know, these are life issues for the mom. You know, she's trying to do her best. You know, she's racked with guilt, but she's also devastated by the fact that she can't get this girl to listen to her. You know, and she clearly loves her and cares for her. So, you know, they have to figure out a way. You know, last and not least, move.
The other thing too, I was thinking, is it really it does seem in the mom's opinion that it is because of her past and her shortcomings and her drug addiction, and that may play a small part of it, because quite frankly, I think you got a 15-year-old. You could be living anywhere and have a 15-year-old who will not and doesn't want to follow your rules and do what you say. But you have to take that guilt out of it. There is no answer to this if you're going to carry the guilt of correcting her. No, you're going to have to swallow that girl and let it go. Just like you let those drugs go. The fact that you beat drugs means you can handle this situation with your 15-year-old daughter. It's not going to be a piece of cake. But if you got through that and you're still standing and you still have your daughter, oh, girl, please. You know what you need to do. Part of it, my opinion, is that you need counseling to have someone remind you that you're strong enough to get through this and be the mother that she needs you to be, because you know what she's dealing with on the other side of the door too, and remind her of that.
And what she potentially could end up in if we don't get this under control now. The chat is buzzing. Robin said, what specific advice do you have to make the child stay in the house? Counseling, job course sounds good to me. Maybe move to another environment, state if possible. A new slate for everyone might help. Dana says those older people that she is hanging out with might have been the daughter's family, the people that were there when the mama wasn't. Family counseling. This teen has a lot of pent up anger issues and she's misdirecting it in a rebellious way. And sometimes, you know, teenagers use that kind of behavior as manipulation. You weren't available to me, so I'm going to do what I want to do when I feel like doing it, and you're just going to suck it up and live with that.
You weren't a mother before, so don't try to be a mother now. Adds to this woman's guilt.
Because I want to be in the street with my older friends, and you know, you didn't care before, so why do you think you can tell me what to do now?
They need to go to a safe place. You know, and that is
easier said than done. Some people, if she's in a Section 8, situation where she pays part of it and other parts are paid in other ways, it's hard to get those around the country. But I also think people can possibly look at relocation sometimes. You'd be surprised.
But her anger is going to go with her. The things that are causing this behavior.
I wasn't talking about a dwelling when I said that. I meant in terms of counseling.
Oh, okay.
A safe place for the two of them to sit and actually exchange, have a conversation.
Have a conversation where mama apologizes.
They haven't had a conversation in a long time.
And
a bunch of yelling. It's a bunch of yelling, bunch of screaming.
We know lots of people who, that don't know how to fight fair or don't know how to communicate with each other. And clearly their relationship hasn't always been in a place where they could talk at all.
And some mothering skills may be, she may have to brush up on as well. But it has to come back under control. That you got a 15-year-old running you right now.
Right. That just shouldn't happen. That just can't happen.
That's just wrong.
Doesn't matter where you live.
My heart goes out to it because it's a tough one. It's a tough one that, especially a girl.
Especially a girl,
it's oof.
And I want to ask anybody who's watching, if you're aware of some kind of social services that can assist in this, if you could email it to me or put it in the chat, that would be
Yeah, that's a
great.
great idea.
And we'd like to pass it along to this mother. No judgment, mama. Do what you got to do. That's the end
Dawn
of the
says
day. You know what you
50-year-old
need
needs
to do.
tough love. Tough love may be tough to give, but in this situation, it is necessity of life and assurance of positive growth.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Thank you, Sean.
I love Sean. Thank you so
Agreed.
much. He's been sticking with us, and I am so grateful that you're watching Ask Alma, because you really do add a lot of really good information from week to week. Thank you, Sean. So you guys, you know what? Our hour is up. I can't believe it, because it's like, you know what? It just goes by so fast, so fast, so fast.
Y'all fight too much.
Lee, you know you've been around this how many years? Don't try it.
He started the fight tonight.
He started the fight.
Look, and you and Lori been at the same table forever and ever and
This is
ever.
me and Lori every week.
All the time.
Every week. Every week.
You know what? I love it, because for a minute I thought I was watching CNN, MSNBC.
Oh my God.
I loved it. Thank you guys so much, because you know I love you too. Dee, Lee, Lori, love y'all forever, forever. Thank you. I couldn't do this without you. Everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Petrella, we love you. Put all your stuff in the chat, please, Bob. Add it so everybody will know where to go and pick up the new album. Mary Lou, Tracy, Gail, Bessie, Tina, Sharon, all of y'all. Thank you so much, Jackie. And your mom. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you again.